Angel fights suicide. The way I learned about suicide is a strange way. I just start to coming out on my own outside of my body. And it's come out like shoom 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 shoom. I kept coming inside and outside of my body without the help of the angel who been taking me out of my body for 10 years. And all of a sudden, I was doing it on my own. And I figured this would be a great way to die, to get out of this planet. So I kept trying to travel far and far and far as I can. I know sooner or later the cord got to break. See, once that cord break, your soul is detached from that body. And you dead. Right? So I forgot how old I was. I think I was 11 or maybe 10. And I've been through extreme bullying since kindergarten. And now I'm in elementary. It's continued even worse and worse and worse. And I couldn't fight. I couldn't learn because I had a learning disability. I couldn't talk. And every time somebody beat me up and robbed me, I'm the one getting in trouble. I even got kicked out of the first grade because the bully know I couldn't talk. And he robbed me and did what he do. And I'm kicked out of the first grade. The principal beat me. The dean beat me. They took me home to my mama with 2 polices. My mama beat me in front of all of them and the bully and his daddy while they were watching. And the bully was looking at me in back of the police and his daddy doing all this. And then my daddy came home and gave me the worst beating of all. And they kicked me out of elementary school to first grade and sent me to the worst school in my area. And the beating got 6 times worse. I was getting robbed and beat 2 and 3 times a day. So yes, I wanted to end it, But one day I was trying to break that cord, right? I come out the body, I go all the way in the past to future, just like I did with the angel. But the cord would never break no matter how far I try to travel. But one day I did it. And when I came back to the body, the angel was waiting on me. And she said, we know what you're doing. God told me to come and talk to you, to explain to you about suicide. And I say, how y'all know I come out the body? She said, we watching you. And God told me it's okay to let me do it, to let you do it on your own. Because you only been doing it for like 10 some years or whatever, you know what I mean? And she say, if you pop that cord, God wants you to know, and this directly from God, you will relive the life again immediately without rest. And I say, why? She say, because you can't get out of your journey that way. Say, you trying to get out of your journey. So I say, everybody who commits suicide go to hell. She say, I don't know what this hell is, what you talking about, but the closest thing heaven got to hell is a restless soul, where you get trained to find out your mistake and you immediately right back in your body without rest. That's why they call it a restless soul. That's what hell is. That's the closest thing heaven got to hell. And she say, when God look at suicide, it's a million different ways to look at it, and there's a million different things you got to put into account. But the ones who commit suicide and decide to take their wife and children with them, or anybody else with them, them the one is unforgiven and God hate the most, and they will have a repeated life immediately without rest. Even if it take millions and millions of years, they got to get it right. That's what it's going to take. But if somebody overwhelmed by stress and pressure, whatever level they die at, that will level they go to heaven in. And God let them get all the rest they want. They never have to even come back to experience earth again. They can stay at the level they died at. But if 100 years from now, or 1,000,000 years, if they decide they want to come back and try for another higher level, they can at any time. God put no pressure on them. No pressure whatsoever. He only don't like when people end their journey because every day they live. And she say, you want to end your journey, and we feel you can handle what's going on, so you'll be born right back again. Because God know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get away from your journey. Complete your journey, son. But God cater his lost children. God protect his lost children. He comfort them when they come to heaven. He comfort them. Except for the ones who decide to take their children with them, to take their wife with them, to take a stranger with them. God don't condole that. But yes, we got this stereotype of if you commit suicide, you automatically go to hell. It's not true. It's the opposite of that. Because the universe, which is God, take everything in consideration. You know, maybe you never recuperate after your wife died or your family member died. God take that in consideration, and he going to comfort you. He going to give you all the schooling you need, all the rest you need, and you never have to come back to earth. But if you decide you want to go to a higher level, even if it's 1,000,000 years, they give you all the tools to try to do it again. But you have to go back to the same life where you committed suicide, because you have to complete that journey before you can move on to other journeys. So that is direct from me and my angel conversation. And I know the haters out there, they're going to say, oh, it's not like this or it's not like that. I'm telling you what my angel told me. You ain't got to believe it, but it happened while I was awoke. I see my angel when I'm woke, not sleep. So don't worry about your loved ones who killed themselves going to hell. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. But if they killed themselves and took others with them, is a whole different ball game. They're about the only one God disapproves of. Because why hurt innocent people because of your foolishness? And that's it for today. Thanks for listening, and God bless.